Back to pass, it's Flowers. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Kane. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right, Jesse? It's really fun to be that team in the middle towards the end of the year.
Turning it on! And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Back to pass on second down. It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
The short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Handoff to the single back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Flowers. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown Volunteers. interception return.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running to the left. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Caught close to the marker. It's Epps. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the ground with the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Right down the middle. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 20. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Wants to throw. It's Flowers. Pocket breaking down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
To the air on second down. Quick completion on the out. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Leaves it with the back. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Dropping back, it's Flowers. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Kane. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Quick release on the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. And they can't make the connection on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It is good. Now the lead is down to 11. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UNLV. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Trying to get the edge on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Quarterback making adjustments. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. He wants to throw it again. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Lanier. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. He makes the catch. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. From the gun, the ground game. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Tennessee. Paging George D. Burdell. Paging George D. Burdell.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Get set, get set.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown Vols! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. If you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
On the screen. Tackle on the play.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-fired. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Frost. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Vols are flying down the field. On the run, it's Frost. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Volunteers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
When you got the ball on their side of the field on 4th and 1, you are absolutely going to go for it and be aggressive. Am I right?
You are right. You know, some may say the quarterback talked the coach into it, but the quarterback's decision is on 3rd down. If he doesn't get it, 4th down is up to the coach.
And listen, every player wants to go for it. The coach always makes the decision. The players always want to go for it.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the stomping has commenced. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Pressure coming. Got a little space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass, it's Flowers. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Caught behind the line. It's Garrett. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
In the red area, it's Garrett. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barrow.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen.
Short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Sets up the screen.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They kick it away on fourth down. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Well